40 years ago, Jane and I hit the road to discover America's food highways. Over 100,000 meals later, we're still finding delicious food, adventure, natural beauty, and interesting people. No state is as bold as Texas. A road trip deep in the heart of Texas is a genuine Wild West expedition. Whether on a dusty country road or in the gleaming cities, it's a destination that welcomes adventurous travelers and eager appetites. The best Texas meals are one of a kind in places radiant with character, like Kincaid's in Fort Worth. In the 1940s, it began as a grocery store that happened to make and serve hamburgers. Today, Kincaid's is all about the burgers. They're half-pounders, charred and well-seasoned, drippingly flavorful, sandwiched in a big warm bun loaded with garnishes and condiments. Seating still reflects the old days with low-slung grocery shelves as makeshift tables. If Texas cuisine is all about beef, these fine hamburgers deserve a place on the state flag. In Dallas, there's a solemn sight to see. A monument to an event in this country's history that few who lived through want to remember, but none can forget. It was here, on the street below what was then a warehouse for school textbooks, that President John F. Kennedy was killed by an assassin's bullet, fired from this sixth-floor window. If there's one single dish that this state is best known for, it's chili, which Texas writer Frank X. Tolbert christened a bowl of red. Today, Tolbert's descendants operate a restaurant where chili is the star attraction.
It was a recipe that my father developed, and that prompted the start of the World Chili Cook-Off in Terlingua.
But there's more to this temple of ferociously spiced beef than a bowl of red. There's plenty of beer on tap, Lone Star memorabilia all over the walls, and in fact, a full menu if for some reason you're not a chili head.
We serve excellent Terlingua burgers, which is our famous chili with 3 onion rings on the top. We started the donkey tails. It's a hot dog wrapped in a flour tortilla, stuffed with cheese.
Whatever you eat at Tolbert's, we guarantee it is going to be a hearty meal, a style of eating that wants no part of frills, fanciness, or fastidious cookery. And if you come in the evening, you'll likely eat this good food to seriously kickin' music, including classic rock, fossil rock, southern rock, and rockabilly. One of the tallest structures in Dallas is Reunion Tower, also known as the Ball for the great open-air sphere at its peak, which gets lit up in colors to celebrate holidays and special events. Ride to the top and you have a fabulous bird's-eye view of the city in every direction. Up on observation level is the Geodeck, where visitors can enjoy an interactive digital experience that guides them through real-time views of city landmarks visible from high above.
The Halo has multiple modules. A lot of them are maps so people get a feel for where they are in the city. So one of the other modules that we have on our Halo is a video that's exclusive to Reunion Tower. It's a video about John F. Kennedy and the day that he was assassinated, and it's November 22nd, 1963. This video is about 7 minutes long, and it's told from the perspective of the last surviving Secret Service agent that was on site that day.
Down on Earth and Down to Earth is one of Roadfood's favorite soul food restaurants, Sweet Georgia Brown. Portion size is flabbergasting. Each individual meal is enough for 2 large football players. And it's all memorably scrumptious, from sweet smoky beans to cornbread muffins to rib meat that falls from its bones. Where does the West begin? Some say it's at the Stockyards in Fort Worth. It's a veritable city unto itself, like a Texas theme park, but not a theme park invented on the drawing board. This is the real deal. A taste of Texas both today and yesterday, with shops that cater to visitors and tourists, sure enough cowboys, and cowboy wannabes. The days of cowboys, cattle drives, and the open range are embodied in one single amazing creature, the longhorn cow. Incredibly, this ultimate emblem of Texas cowboy culture nearly went extinct in the 1920s, one reason being that its meat is very lean, a quality now prized by nutrition-conscious consumers.
People come in and get to see some of the Western culture that we have and still keep alive with. So it's just a nice small town atmosphere within a big city structure.
As far as nightlife goes, there's probably not a better-known destination in all the Southwest than Billy Bob's of Fort Worth. However you like to play, to eat, to drink, to dance, you'll find what you like right here, including performances by the best-known names in outlaw country music. No, this isn't just a nightclub. It's a motherlode of popular culture, Texas style.
Billy Bob's is the world's largest honky-tonk. It's 120,000 square feet of fun, drinking, dancing. In 40 years, about anybody you can think of in country music has played here. So there's a lot of history on the walls, a lot of history in the building. So it's like a museum during the week to come just see a lot of the great artifacts and things that we have here.
Riding a stationary stuffed bull is not difficult, and riding a real one is just plain crazy. But that's what they do at Billy Bob's. We're on our way to a town called West. That's West, Texas. It's a community settled by Czechs, and the Czech bakeries of West are outstanding. Their specialty is a little European pastry known as a kolache. It's like a Danish pastry, but better, made of soft, sweet dough and fruit or poppy seed fillings that burst with flavor. And for a savory variation, that same sweet dough sometimes is filled with smoky local sausage. Now that's fusion cuisine, Czechoslovakia and Texas. Lovely, isn't it? Full of art and Victorian architecture and good places to eat. Foremost among those is the Monument Cafe. It's been a road food favorite for years.
I think the Monument Cafe is unique because of all the fresh products we bring in. We get most of our products from local farmers. Everything's made from scratch. The Monument is unique in itself, from the beer garden, the food that we serve.
It's really just a town cafe, but the best possible town cafe, serving down-home classics including superb chicken fried steak and true blue ribbon desserts. The big problem here is paring down one's menu choices to a manageable amount of food. You need the cake and pie, at least a couple slices.
The great thing about Georgetown is everybody's so friendly. They say hello, and you can walk by somebody and they'll ask you how you're doing and things like that. It's Texas friendly.
In this part of the state, all roads lead to Austin. It's the state capital, yes, but it's a center for outdoor sports as well.
I love the outdoor culture in Austin, Texas.
And you get to enjoy the city and the outdoors at the same time.
To call Austin's dining out scene lively is an understatement. You could spend weeks, months exploring its great restaurants, taverns, and clubs, and by the time you were done, there'd be 100 new ones open that demand a visit. Some of the city's best food is its most casual. Example, Maria's Taco Express. This happy South Austin joint has been a beacon of fun on Lamar Boulevard since the 1990s. Decor is eclectic to the max, outside as well as in, where scarcely a square inch of wall space goes unused. As for the food, traditional tacos are the featured attraction, but the menu's a broad one, including fajitas, piled-high breakfast tacos, and nachos, plain and deluxe. But with a stack of fresh, warm tortillas, it's fajitas that offer the most bang for your buck. Austin's food scene is vibrant, and there are countless places that serve good Mexican and Tex-Mex food. But there is only one Fonda San Miguel, a unique landmark of the city's dining scene since 1975. Here, the scenery, outside and in, is opulent. Dining is more than just food. It's a sensory trip including fine Mexican art set amongst an intoxicating combination of textures and colors. To enter this romantically lit dining room is to be transported into a virtual jungle of tropical flowers and plants. As for the food, it's real Mexican, its flavors nuanced and elegant in a way that Tex-Mex seldom is. Tortilla soup is a must-eat to begin a meal that can include such delicacies as black drum ceviche, shredded duck enchiladas, legendary mole, and pork baked in banana leaves. There's a lot of history in this grand restaurant, and if you're a food person, you need to come. Straddling both Dixie and the Great Southwest, Texas is a state with a huge personality. Maybe 100 personalities, all of which make it irresistible for travelers in search of vivid local color.
This episode of Road Food Adventures is sponsored by Avis. Renting the car of your choice with optional Wi-Fi, navigation, and international calling on the Travel Tab Adventurer. More information is at avis.com.